Hello everyone, welcome to the Radical Geek YouTube channel, and today I am bringing to you a bit of a rant, so stay tuned. Happy Monday, all! I just thought I would take a minute here to share a Radical Geek deep dive, and I am going to be rather ranty because the catalyst for this today was dropping right into my DMs the opportunity of a lifetime to become a product tester for, oh, you guessed it, an exogenous ketone coffee drink. I am just a smidge suspicious, and so as it turned out, I dug a little bit into it, and it was Pruvit. Of course it was. And if you're not familiar with what Pruvit is a well-known MLM, multi-level marketing company. And while technically not illegal, because they do have a product you can sell, and in theory, it would be a way to make income. Its primary mode of operations to make money at all is to recruit other people to sell the product beneath you. So, I think we all know what that means. And if you don't know what that means, or if you are upset because I'm ragging on your product, and maybe you buy Pruvit ketones and you love them, this video is maybe not for you. But then again, maybe it is. Don't sell it. That is my advice. Of course, I am not a marketing expert. I do actually work with finance in the real world, but not in this avenue. So I'm a little outside my lane, but not completely. Not completely. This is not where you get your money advice. This is where you get your angry rant from someone who doesn't like seeing other people taken advantage of. So I'll try and get myself organized here. I'm still pretty angry, even though it's been several hours. We'll tell you Pruvit is an MLM. It was founded in 2013, and one of the founders was named Brian Underwood. He is well known in industries for his participation in MLMs. Usually once they start to tank, he runs off and then starts something new. So right now, Pruvit is in Melissa, Texas. The product that they sell are exogenous ketones. I've got to admit, a lot of their sales tactics are very slick. They are ingeniously deceiving, and they are hardcore old school used car salesman sales tactics. They are, if you are a really good salesperson, honestly, maybe you have a sliver of chance at making some dollars, but you could probably make more money by going into pharmaceuticals or any number of sales that are not this kind of deceitful ripoff. So anyway, so they sell exogenous ketones in a number of fashions. They have their keto coffee, they have their OS-NAT, which are the exogenous ketones. They have ketone reboot kits. Ketone reboot kits. So, and then they have something that they call special offers, and those are packages that they sell to the people, to their recruits, or as they call their level 1 entry people, promoters. So those are special deals that they offer. You can buy the product to resell, or you convince your recruits underneath you to buy the product to resell so that you can get money off of them. So first things first, exogenous ketones do not work for weight loss, no matter what anyone tells you. When they tell you it helps you with weight loss, they are liars. Liars, liars, liars. And maybe they don't know better. They're just parroting what someone else told them, especially if it's for sales. But it does not work for weight loss. Might you feel a little bit of mental clarity or a burst of energy from taking some exogenous ketones? Yes. However, it is not the same thing as nutritional ketosis, and exogenous ketones are for people with certain disorders where they have to maintain a high therapeutic level of ketones. And in that case, it's not going to boost their weight loss efforts if they have that as a side gig for their ketogenesis. But that is not what this is about. This is an MLM rant, 100%. And I'll tell you, there is not a day of the week when I would not be delighted to go off on an MLM. And if you want to hear something other than Pruvit, you want me to talk about It Works, you want me to talk about some other random scam, you want me to go back into the dark ages and complain about Tupperware, just say the word and I am on it. What you want to look for when it comes to someone who's trying to recruit you to make sales for products, like maybe say, I don't know, doTERRA, and where you can scam lots of people and trying to make money off of them, by all means, let me know. I will go off about it. But what you want to do is educate yourself and look up their income disclosure statement. Read through it. They are hard to grasp and understand, but ultimately, pretty much any company that is an MLM by nature, and you know, if it tells you you have to buy something to start up your business, and if it tells you you have to get other people to sell the product in order for you to make commission, that is a multi-level marketing plan. And it is not an illegal thing, but it really, really has some very fine hair splitting between MLM and pyramid scheme. Pyramid schemes are no longer legal in the United States. MLMs are legal in the United States and a few other countries, but more and more this kind of sales are beginning to be recognized for what they are as predatory sales tactics, and more countries are starting to ban them. So take it with a grain of salt, and I'm sorry if I'm hurting anyone's feelings, but also if you are watching my channel, know that I might be saying something that hurts your feelings, but deep inside you've got to know that there's an element of truth here, and ultimately you need to hear these things to not harm yourself financially and probably emotionally. So back to the point. So Pruvit. These exogenous ketone sales, their sales tactics are super high pressure and super misleading. If you are watching people who give you, do like maybe like a Facebook Live and you're excited because it's a cooking demo and the recipe's starting to sound great, and you hear them say, hey, press 1 if you're watching me live, press 2 if you're watching replay. No. There you go. That's your hint number 1. That is MLM recruitment sales tactics. They are doing that so they can track how you are watching them and how they can contact you and how best and which of their marketing spiels they're supposed to give you. So that's hint number 1. 2, once they get a hold of you, they're going to give you their scam. They're going to invite you to your group, and they're going to try and A, sell you their product. Second, try and recruit you to you can buy product and sell it. Now the nitty-gritty about Pruvit. I read through their income disclosure statement, and I also read through how to become a Pruvit salesperson, which, by the way, was not an easy document to actually get a hold of. I did find it on a couple sites, though, where people, angry people, by the way, have leaked it out, and I'm pretty sure, and many sites where it was leaked out and then taken down. So here you go. I will tell you, Pruvit has an F rating on the BBB and is not accredited and probably will never be. If you find something that has an F rating on the BBB because of a litany of complaints, that is a company you should not want to associate with. Pruvit does not yet have a lawsuit, but I will tell you a similar company, It Works, does. And there's a good possibility they're about to lose that lawsuit. It's actionable. Hopefully it'll go through this year, and they will hopefully get their ass handed to them. But that's yet to be done. Back on to Pruvit. So for Pruvit, They have, according to the document, I believe they have 11 ranks. And if you go through their income disclosure statement, they actually have nothing listed on their top tier rank 11, which is called Legends. Apparently, maybe they don't actually have any legends making millions of dollars off of taking advantage of people. But down at the lower level, when you're just getting started, ranks 1 through 5, that's where most people reside. That's the promoter ranks. And slightly over 1% of people make a living wage. And when I say they make a living wage at those ranks, I mean they're making about $30K a year, which is not a very good living wage, but it is a living wage. If that's what you want to do for a living and you want to call it your business, that's fine. And while I'm not a tremendously judgmental person, I am going to judge you a bit for that, because you're making that $30K by taking advantage of other people. And if you have to step on other people in an unhealthy way, and you have to take advantage of people or put other people down, that's not okay. Punch up when you're making fun of people or making jokes. Punching down is never good. So that is my opinion. And of course, you can disagree with me. Disagreeing is fine. I will say that I feel better of myself that I am not taking advantage of other people. So what does that mean? By slightly 1% make 30K. That's right. You hear me correctly. That means slightly under 99% of people don't make money. I will say that they predict that in their promoter levels, which again is ranks 1 through 6, in their ranks 6 through 10, to be honest, I didn't remember that much of it. It's actually not a huge percentage of their memberships, but and they don't make, it's not any bigger than the 98%. They're not making any difference. It's about the same. The average annual income for a promoter, which is their ranks 1 through 5, or 1 through 6, and then 6 through 10 is the next stage, and then you get to 11, which is Legends. They make between $500 to $2,000 annual income, and that is before their expenses. You don't quit your day job. So, in addition to trying to tell people flim-flam products are going to make them magically lose weight while they eat willy-nilly whatever they want, following a fake keto plan, then maybe Pruvit is for you, and maybe you will be part of that slightly over 1%. But chances are, if you sign up to be a recruiter, you're going to be it's probably high probabilities that you will be part of that slightly over, 98% of people who are only making $500 to $2,000 a year. I did mention the magic words before expenses. What does that mean? Well, in order to be a Pruvit promoter, you have to start out by paying a $37 annual membership fee. And of course, you have to buy a product package. That product package can run you anywhere from $650 to $13K. Now, since the person recruiting you and everyone above them who recruited makes a commission off of your promoter package that you buy, saying that you're only going to spend $650 is pretty generous. You are going to get the high pressure, and if you're only spending $650, they are going to remind you that cheapskates don't make money. And they will push you, and you will make you feel that you are going to be a failure if you don't spend and get the whole $1,300. By the way, you don't get all of the access unless you buy the biggest package, $1,300. So there you are. But just to be fair, when we do our totals at the end, we're going to use the lowest, and we'll call it $650. Second, you have to join their SmartShip program. Smart Ship for as a Pruvit promoter will cost you anywhere from $76 to $133 every month. Let's pretend that you can get by on only $76 a month in their Smart Ship program. So $912 annually. Keep that in mind. Now, I will say they also require their promoters to use the product. I'm just gonna say this for a second. I think if you're gonna sell a product, you probably should believe in it and you should use the product that you're selling. 100%. That's a good policy. Making you pay for it, that's another policy that I'm not in line with. I do believe that in companies where we've had sales, if they wanted you to use the product, it was available to you free all day long. And you enjoyed it. And you truly believed in its success. So, but in Pruvit world, not only do they say as a promoter, you need to use the product so that you can speak about how amazing it is, and also it gives you one little leg up on your sales to say, I'm also a customer. You have to have at least 2 servings a day of their Keto Nat. Their Keto Nat product is not cheap. You're looking at $390 a month. Yes, have some sticker shock. $390 a month for a product that might give you a little energy bump, does not actually help you lose weight, is not inspected by the FDA, and not approved as a nutritional aid. So it is available as a supplement. So, you know, you could go on Amazon and buy it. Fine. Again, that's your choice. And if that's what you want to do, great. Because like I said, it's not as if it has zero benefit. It's just not necessarily going to be the magical thing that they lead you to believe. So $390 every month you're going to spend. And that's your minimums. Because, of course, if you're going to resell product, before you can resell it, you have to buy it. And they will, at every time, in order to justify your Smart Ship membership, where they're going to push you to subscribe to fill your warehouse so that you don't run out of product. So, but let's talk about this. So, if you're making between the average annual income of $500 to $2,000 a year before expenses, let's be generous and say you're making on the high end, that $2,000. Let's see, 37 annual membership, $650 because you only bought the intro package instead of the full package of the $1,300. You're able to get by with only the $76 monthly fees for the Smart Ship program, and you don't take anything extra, only the minimum 2 servings a day Keto Nat at $390 a month. I don't know about you, but to me that math adds up to $6,279 without any taxes or fees or anything like that. So that means you made money, hooray, $2,000, but you spent $6,279. So you've actually lost this year $4,279. Congratulations. And in the meantime, hopefully you had lots of recruits and they are now all going to start making money for you the next year. That's okay that you didn't pan out. Buy some more and continue pushing your sales. Now, I mentioned their Facebook Lives and stuff. Careful. That asking whether you're watching live or in replay 1 and 2, that's one hint. I will also tell you, watch it. Be very careful. These come into a lot of places where you don't expect them. And the one that actually, they tried hard to catch me. I actually, before I realized the 1 and 2 thing was a slick sales, they actually got me all the way into a Facebook Pruvit group. Because I said, oh yeah, I'm watching it on replay. I was in a Blackstone group, and it was the first time I had joined the group, and the guy was making Blackstone meals, and then as it turned out, it was a slick sales, and by the time they actually signed me up for the group, I had already figured out that I was being recruited, but I wanted to see what they had set up. You all, it is slick. It is super organized. They've got their Pruvit cookies. They've got their Keytune reboats. They've got this, and they've got their top promoters in there all the time, telling people, don't forget to buy your cookies. Don't forget this sale. Don't forget this special offer. Don't forget. And it is pounding at you, and it looks neat and tidy, and they've got little modules to walk you through for your keto success journey. And it all sounds really good, but none of it is actually useful advice, because all of the advice leads to buy our stuff. Now, in the Blackstone group, I don't know how the Blackstone demos got tied so intimately with Pruvit, but there are a couple people who are doing cooking on the Blackstone demos who are pretty groovy, and one of them is amazing and is not a Pruvit sales, but it is their little girl who is so super cute doing her meals. And she's amazing, and they are legit, and they're not going to sell you anything. They're just having good fun on theirs. But the rest, I'm going to say like 95% of those live demos for cooking in the Blackstone groups are people pushing ketones. So take their recipes, don't ever comment, or if you are going to comment, don't push their 1 or 2 so they can start contacting you and pushing their sales. There's my Radical Geek rant for today. I am leaving all my flubs in edit. I'm not editing this. I'm going to just tie it together and dump it in, which is what I usually do because I'm lazy. And now I'll remind you, subscribe, click the bell icon, all of that YouTube stuff, share the link so that we get the word out. You know what? As much as I want to say we should grow the channel, share this link so less people get ripped off by fucking Pruvit, right? That's correct. I really hate MLMs. Send me on it. I will get down. I will deep dive. I will look up those income disclosures for you and share it out to the world as much as possible. Really hate them. I can't even do my ending because it still has me so riled up. So I hope you are having an amazing Monday. I swear, despite all this, I'm having an awesome Monday. I feel great. I had fun opening my cheese this morning. I had a pizza bun and some pudding. So with that, really this time, goodbye. It's a long Midwestern goodbye. So I'll slap the leg and say, well, it's time to go. I love you guys. It's been great. Bye-bye.